Hello, Miss Stallings class. I do believe we will finish the one and only Ivan today. I lie awake and try and remember what it was like being a gorilla. How did we move? How did we touch? How did we know who was boss? I tried to think past the babies and the motorbikes and the popcorn and the short pants. I try to imagine Ivan as he might have been. The juvenile male approaches. He's eyeing my food hungrily. I imagine a different Ivan, my father's son. I grumble and swat and swagger. I beat my chest till the whole world hears me. Kiani watches, and so do the others. I move towards the young upstart, and he retreats, almost as if he believes I'm the silverback I'm pretending to be. I make a nest on the ground. It isn't a true jungle nest. The leaves are inferior and the sticks are brittle, but snap when I weave them into place. The others watch, grunting their disapproval. Too small, too flimsy, an ugly thing to see. But when I climb into the crafty cradle, it's like floating on treetop mist. Maya wants me to go back in my glass cage. I can tell, because she's tempting me towards the door with a trail of tiny marshmallows. I try to ignore her. I don't want to leave the outside. It's a cloudless day, and I found just the right spot for a nap. But I relent when she adds yogurt raisins to the trail. She knows my weakness all too well. In the glass cage, the TV is on. It's another nature story, jerky and unfocused. I expect to see gorillas, but none appear. I hear a shrill sound, like a toy trumpet. My heart quickens. I rush close to the screen, and there she is, Ruby. She's rolling in a lovely pool of mud with two other young elephants. Another elephant approaches. She towers over Ruby. She strokes Ruby, nudges her, and makes soft noises. They stand side by side, just the way Stella and Ruby used to. Their trunks intertwine. I see something new in Ruby's eyes, and I know what it is. It's joy. I watch the whole thing. Then Maya plays it again for me, and again. At last she turns off the TV and carries it out of the cage. I put my hands on the glass. Maya looks over. Thank you. I try to say with my eyes, thank you. Kiani ambles towards me. She taps me on the shoulders, and Knuckle runs away. I watch her, my arms crossed across my chest. I'm careful not to make a sound. I'm not sure what we're doing. She ambles back, shoves me, and dashes past. And then I realize what's happening. We're playing tag, and I'm it. Make eye contact, show your form, strut, grunt, throw a stick, grunt some more. Make some moves. Romance is hard work. It looks so easy on TV. I'm not sure I'll ever get the hang of it. I wish Bob was here. I could use some advice. I remember the talking, the hugging, the face licking. I'm not very good at this, but it's fun trying. Is there anything sweeter than the touch of another as she pulls a dead bug from your fur? Gorillas aren't chatty, like humans, prone to gossip and bad jokes. But now and again, we swap a story under the sun. One day, it's my turn. I tell my troop about Mac, Ruby, Bob, Stella, Julia, and George, about my mother and my father and sister. When I'm done, they look away, silent. Kiani moves closer. Her shoulder brushes mine, and we let the sun soak into our fur together. I explore every nook and cranny of this place, except for a hill at the far end, where the workers have been repairing a wall. They're finally gone. They left behind fresh white brick and a mound of black dirt. While the others laze in the morning sun, I want to explore the hilltop. They've been there before, and I have not. Everything is still fresh in my eyes. I take my time going uphill, savoring the feel of grass on my knuckles. The breeze carries a shout of children and the drowsy hum of bumblebees. Near the top of the hill is a low-limbed tree, the kind my sister would have loved. The wall is endless, clean and white, stretching far down to the habitats beyond my own. It's high and wide, carefully built to keep us in and others out. That is, after all, still a cage. It rained last night. The pile of dirt is soft to the touch. I scoop up a handful and breathe in the loomy smell, the rich brown color heavy and cool in my palm. And the wall waits, like an endless blank billboard. It's a big wall, but it's a big pile of dirt, and I'm an artist. I slap handfuls of mud on the warm cement. I make a handprint. I tap my nose with my muddy finger. I make a nose print. I slide my palms up and down. Mud is thick and hard to use, but I keep moving, scooping, and spreading. I don't know what I'm making, and I don't care. I make swoops, swirls, and thick lines, figures and shapes, light and shadow. I'm an artist at work. When I'm done, I step back to admire my work. But it's a large canvas. I'd like to get a better view. So I go to the thick-limbed tree and grab the lowest branch. I try to swing my legs on it. Oomph, I land hard. It's too big to climb, I suppose. I try again anyways, and this time I pull myself up onto the first limb, gasping for breath. One more limb. Two. I can't go any further. Perched halfway up the tree, I see my troop, still dozing contently. I take in the wall, splattered and splashed with mud. Not much color, but a lot of movement. I like it. It feels dreamy and wild, like something Julia might have made. From my seat in the tree, I can see beyond the wall. I see giraffes and hippos. I see a deer with legs like delicate twigs. I see a bear snoozing in a hollow log. I see elephants. She's far away, deep in tall grass with others by her side. Ruby. She's here, Stella, I whisper. Ruby's safe, just like I promised. I call to Ruby, but the wind tugs at my words, and I know she'll never hear me. Still, Ruby pauses for a second, her ears spread wide like tiny sails, and then, with lumbering grace, she moves on through the grass. It's a cloudy evening, chill and drizzly. Dinner is on its way, but I don't care. At night we sleep in our den, but I'm always the last to head inside. I've been inside long enough. This time of day, there aren't many visitors, just a few stragglers, leaning on the wall that separates us. They point, take a couple photos, and then head over to the nearby giraffes. One of the keepers is beckoning. Reluctantly, I turn to go. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone running. I pause. It's a girl with dark hair, lugging a backpack. A man follows behind, racing to catch up. "Ivan," the girl yells. "Ivan!" It's Julia. I scramble to the edge of the wide moat that skirts the wall. Julia and George wave to me. I dash back and forth, hooting and grunting, doing a gorilla dance of happiness. "Calm down," says a voice. "You're behaving like a chimp." I freeze. A tiny, nut-brown, big-eared head pops out of Julia's backpack. "Nice place," Bob says. "Bob, it's really you." "In the flesh." "How? Where?" I can't seem to find any words. George's job at the zoo doesn't start till next month, so he and Julia made an arrangement. She walks 3 extra dogs to cover my food. And get this, they're all poodles. "You said you didn't want a home," I said. "Yeah," Bob says, "but Julia's mom likes my company, so I figure I'm doing everyone a favor. It's a win-win." Julia pushes Bob's head back inside her backpack. "You're not supposed to be here," she reminds him. "Ivan looks great, doesn't he, Jules? Stronger, happier even?" She holds up a little photo, but it's too far away for me to see. "It's Ruby, Ivan. She's with other elephants now, because of you." I know I want to tell her. I saw with my own eyes. We stare across the expanse that separates us. After a while, George pats Julia's arm. "Time to go, Jules." Julia gives a wistful smile. "Bye, Ivan. Say hello to your new family." She turns to George. "Thank you, Dad." "For what?" She gestures towards me. "For this." They turn to leave. The lamps that light the zoo pathways blink on, blanketing the world in yellow lights. I can just make out Bob's little head sticking out of Julia's backpack. "You're the one and only Ivan," he calls. I nod, then turn towards my family, my life, my home. Mighty Silverback. That is the end. Not near as long as we usually do, but I'll pick out another book for you guys to start tomorrow, because we can't do the one and only Bob until the last 4th grade class is done.